I used to think secrets only belonged to strangers. Then one day, I realized my whole life was one. My name is Maya, I'm 17, and the night my parents told me to stay home changed everything I thought I knew about my family. It was a Saturday, warm, quiet, perfectly ordinary. My parents were acting off. Mom kept pacing, double-checking her purse, and Dad was unusually quiet during breakfast. Finally, around noon, Mom said, "Maya, we need to go out for a few hours. Stay home, okay?" I asked where they were going. She hesitated. "Just an errand." Her voice cracked a little. I didn't push. They left together, and I went back to scrolling through my phone. But something about it nagged at me. My parents never both left me home alone on weekends. Hours passed. Sunset came and went. I texted Mom, no reply. Then Dad. Nothing. At 9 p.m., headlights finally swept across the driveway. I peeked out the window, expecting them to come in with groceries or maybe takeout. Instead, I saw them get out of the car slowly and open the back door. A small figure stepped out. A kid. He looked about 10. Pale, thin, clutching a backpack like it was his whole world. I blinked, thinking maybe I was imagining it. But then Mom reached for his hand, gently, like she'd done with me when I was little. And Dad whispered something I couldn't hear. My stomach twisted. Who was that boy? When they came inside, the air felt different. Heavy, like the house itself was holding its breath. Mom saw me standing in the hallway and froze. "Maya, honey, you're awake." "I was waiting," I said. My voice was shaking. "Who's he?" The boy looked at me nervously, like he'd been warned not to speak. Mom glanced at Dad. He nodded once. Then she said, "Maya, this is Eli." "Okay," I said slowly. "And?" She took a deep breath. "He's your brother." The words didn't make sense. "My what?" Dad stepped closer. "We should have told you earlier. We just didn't know how." I stared at them. "You're saying I have a brother? Since when?" Mom's eyes filled with tears. "Since before you were born." I felt like the floor tilted under me. Dad motioned for us to sit. The boy, my supposed brother, hovered near the door, eyes wide like he didn't know whether to stay or run. Mom started to explain. "Before I was born," she said, "she and Dad had been very young, just married, struggling financially. When Mom got pregnant the first time, things were hard. She had complications, and the baby was born early. The doctors said he needed special care, and my parents, broke and terrified, made a decision they thought would give him a better life. They placed him for adoption." She looked down, voice breaking. "We always meant to find him again when the time was right. But then you were born, and life moved fast. We kept waiting for the perfect moment to tell you, and to find him again." I sat there frozen. "And tonight?" Dad's voice was low. "We got a call from the agency this week. His adoptive parents passed away in an accident. There was no one else. The agency asked if we wanted to take him in." Mom wiped her eyes. We said yes immediately. My eyes flicked to the boy Eli. He stood quietly, staring at the floor. I could tell he was scared too, probably wondering if I hated him already. And truthfully, I didn't know what I felt. Anger? Shock? Sadness? All of it tangled together. "I just don't understand why you kept this from me," I said finally. "You made me think I was an only child." Mom nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks. "We were wrong. We thought we were protecting you and him from confusion. But secrets never protect anyone for long." No one spoke for a while. The house felt smaller somehow, filled with emotions too big for its walls. Then I looked at Eli. "Hey," I said softly. He glanced up. "You like video games?" He blinked, then nodded hesitantly. "Yeah." I forced a small smile. "Cool. I've got 2 controllers." His eyes lit up just a little. That's when I realized he wasn't the one who'd lied. He was just a kid who'd lost 2 families and was trying to fit into a new one. As we played that night, the silence between us started to fade. He even laughed once, quietly, like he wasn't sure he was allowed to. And as I watched him, I thought about all the times I'd felt alone. All the nights I'd wished for someone who understood me. Maybe somehow, this was the universe's strange way of answering that wish. My parents eventually came into the living room, watching us with tearful smiles. Mom whispered, "Thank you." I didn't answer, just handed Eli the controller again. Because sometimes, the truth doesn't destroy a family. Sometimes, it rebuilds one you never knew you had.